Hi, I'm here with another business spotlight interview. So can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your business and for how long you've been doing it?
Sure. So my name is Prissly Mena, and my business is doing marketing for B2B and sometimes B2C. I tend to help a lot of small business owners kind of get their business started and giving them a foundation for their marketing. And I've been doing this for close to a decade, about 8.5 years now. Yeah. So it's been a journey. It's been a learning process, and it's definitely been fun.
Awesome. Awesome. So who is the ideal customer for your business?
My ideal customer is someone looking to think outside of the box with their marketing and someone who is not so much letting go of the old ways in terms of outbound marketing, but
Mhm.
more so diving into the social media aspect and willing to kind of roll in that human aspect to their marketing. So typically, B2B companies
Mhm.
who are very strict about the way their executives look and kind of just straight and narrow,
Okay.
just giving them a little bit of pop, like a pop of color, and having that company culture shine through in a way that helps them connect with their community.
Cool. Awesome. Awesome. So, obviously being in marketing, the pandemic changed things for a lot of businesses. We're finally making our way out of that and coming back to some sense of normalcy. Tell me a little bit about any changes that you made in the business during the pandemic that may have made things easier or that you feel like are going to be good moving forward.
Definitely having meetings. The
Mhm.
face-to-face meetings have changed so much because you just don't know with the asymptomatic people and
Yeah.
these early signs and symptoms and things like that. So switching over to kind of this remote
Mhm.
atmosphere was something that was somewhat difficult. But I feel like now that the bumps are kind of smoothed out, it's something that we'll definitely start moving forward with
Mhm.
because it's helped us reach a larger audience. So not just local businesses, but more national or even international companies.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. So it's been said that smart people learn from their mistakes, but wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So, being in business for yourself, we've all made mistakes along the way. What are some that stand out to you that maybe other entrepreneurs can learn from and maybe not make the same mistakes?
Definitely your copywriting. Making sure that you proofread, proofread, proofread. I cannot stress that enough. There have been words that you would swear, the sentences make sense, they weave together, and then you post them up there on social media, and now they're gaining traction and metrics and things like that. And you misspelled a whole sentence or an important word or automation or personalization or keywords that you need for SEO. And I cannot stress that enough. Like SEO and making sure that your copy is proofread,
Mhm.
and most of all, that it hits the target audience, because so many times we sit and we kind of just talk about ourselves
Yeah.
where we're not talking about the other person and what they need. And
Mm.
having that solidarity and that empathy is what's key that I've learned in growing businesses.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, definitely speaking to the right audience and making sure you're hitting what they want to hear and what they're interested in versus, you know, I think a lot of times when folks are writing copy or doing advertising and marketing, they speak to what they want to hear, maybe not what their target audience wants to hear. So it's definitely an awesome skill set to be able to sit in that other person's shoes and write, to those guidelines.
Yeah, exactly.
So, so tell me a little bit about who's been the best coach or mentor that you ever had, and why do you say that person?
Is it okay if I say 2? Because
Yeah,
I
absolutely,
feel like
absolutely.
I have 2 people who have made a huge difference in my life. Charmin Kent, she's this amazing marketer from Indiana, and she has guided me, she's taught me all these tips and tricks. She has looked through, my buyer persona profiles,
Mhm.
making sure that everything is kind of tight and close and compact and concise. And then I have Michael Norman. He he's amazing. He's so relaxed, and he always takes that aspect of, you make a mistake, hey, you write it down, learn from it, and then you
Mhm.
build better and bigger and stronger. And he's definitely taught me how to tighten up my brand management and my brand coloring and guidelines and things like that, and just like overall management. And those two have been superstars for me.
Awesome. Awesome. So, you talked a little bit about some of the changes during COVID. What do you think the future looks like for your business? And do you see any main challenges that you're going to face moving forward?
I think the future is remote.
Mhm.
I feel like it's something that once we've dived in, it's really hard to dive back out,
Yeah.
because once you start reaching people in other places, other channels, other countries, it changes your experience. And I feel like you can't get that when you go back to that office atmosphere, you
Yeah.
know? Um, but it does change now the dynamic of your company's culture,
Mhm.
because now you have to weave that closeness or togetherness into your culture while still being remote. So
Yeah.
that's definitely one of the pros and the cons that I
Yeah.
feel like has changed my company, but is still challenging me to help keep it growing and make it better.
Yeah. Yeah. Finding a way to collaborate with people that are working remotely that, you spend a lot of time working with, there's definitely some extra effort needed to actually make that connection and hold it when you're in different places and not able to see each other daily. Cool.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. So what inspires you in what you do today and moving forward?
Oh, what inspires me is seeing people's dreams come true. Like just having someone come to me with a concept of a business, and then, showing them the little baby steps. Like, we have an interaction here, we have, a comment here, we have your metrics are jumping up. And of course, eventually metrics, kind of come down a rung or two. And just that progress, that growth, and getting people's brains moving and going and thinking about the next campaign and thinking about the next, persona or the next niche that we're going to attack and things like
Mhm.
that. It's like playing battleships
Sure.
where you got to think of, the next person's move and stuff like that, so you can just get them. And just that passion, that inspiration that they get, or like that aha moment where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this idea will be amazing. It's
Yeah.
just, I love that, I live for that.
Awesome. Awesome. So the creativity aspect and getting them engaged for
Mhm.
that. Yeah, that's cool. So, hey, again, I really appreciate you taking the time to the interview with me today. What is the best way people can get in touch with you when they're watching the video here?
Well, people can get in touch with me via email. So I do have my email, president@menopolydigital.com.
Okay.
And then I do have my website as well, monopolydigital.com. And my virtual door is always open.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I'll make sure to include both of those links in the description to the video for easy reference. Is there anything else you want to share with people as we're signing off?
I feel like I want people to know that no dream is too big or too small. And now in today's world of marketing, anything can happen.
Yeah.
You can make it happen.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Hey, again, I really appreciate your time today. And I'll get this interview posted and we'll let everybody check it out.
Thanks, Nate. I appreciate you too.
Thanks.